from the sides. Stick to the back, please. And please ensure that you've got a microphone in your hand before you ask a question, and raise your hand, please. Over to you, Cole.
Hi, Steve. Australia is the most successful team in ICC events. What is mindset behind this, and Aussie's mindset behind the success in the global events?
We on? There we go. Happy? Yeah, good question. Yeah, I think the pressure of big tournaments gets the best out of us as a team. I think over the last 10 or so years, we probably haven't performed as well as we would have liked in the Champions Trophy. We know that sometimes in the big tournaments in World Cups, for instance, it takes us a little while to get into our groove, which we've done in the last few, but we know with Champions Trophy it's a shorter format. You're only playing 3 round games, so you have to be switched on from the first one. So our message to the group is essentially it's a quarter final to begin proceedings, and hopefully that can bring the best out of our players.
Steve, retirements, injuries, missing the fast bowling track, and the 11th hour captaincy in the ICC Champions Trophy, even we have pictures of Pat Cummins instead of you. So as a captain, this all build up pressure on you, or on the other side, you are feeling no pressure, having some new team, no hopes, no targets. So do you feel pressure in all these hurdles, or you are pressureless captain right now because you don't have to lose anything and you just have to perform?
I mean, I'm pretty relaxed. There's always pressure when you're playing in international events and big tournaments. So, look, I think it's clear we're obviously missing a few of our gun-fast bowlers, but we're not worried about that. We're thinking about what we've got here and the opportunity that those guys have. So, there's some quality players in that room that are playing in almost their first big event, I suppose, which they're looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to as well. I think it's going to be great to see them placed under pressure against some quality oppositions, and it's going to be an exciting time for us. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, Steve, India-Pakistan is a big rivalry, and now Australia and England is also a big cricket rivalry. So how do you take this one, and how do you see the England cricket team? They announced their 11. Do you see the conditions will favor one spinner here?
Yeah, look, England are a great side. They've been a very good white ball team for a long period of time, and we're looking forward to starting our campaign against them tomorrow. Hopefully it's a belter of a game. I actually haven't seen the surface yet. I wasn't here when we trained at this ground a few days back. I was a bit sick, so I actually haven't seen the surface, and it was under covers just now. So to your one spin question, I'm unsure. I'll have a look when I get an opportunity, and we'll go from there.
On that, firstly, have you got England have named a team? Have you decided on your team yet?
We haven't yet. We're pretty clear where we're sort of heading, but we'll name it at the toss tomorrow. I need to have a look at the surface when we get an opportunity as well. So, we're pretty clear where we want to go, but I'll name it tomorrow.
Yeah. And does it feel a different dressing room without Pat and Josh and Stark, and Mitch Stark? Does it feel different to you to be in there and not see them there with you?
I mean, it's a little bit different. I've played for 10 years plus with those guys around, so it's a little bit different. But as I alluded to before, I think it's a great opportunity for some of these younger guys to showcase their skills in a world event. And I'm looking forward to it. I think they've been placed under pressure in many different scenarios in, whether it be T20 cricket or, different T20 franchise things around the world. So, they've played in high pressure scenarios. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how that stacks up, I suppose, in you know, a world event against some quality players too.
Steve, first of all, very warm welcome to Pakistan and best of luck for tomorrow's clash.
Thanks.
The question is, you are in Fab 4, including Virat, Williamson and Joe Root. But our superstar Babar Azam is lacking run since last 50 ODI innings. Can you share some words or advice for Babar Azam?
Look, he's a quality player. You know, he's had a really good career so far. You know, he's got all the time in the world, the way he plays. He's got a solid technique. He's got a good head on his shoulders. So, yeah, look, maybe he hasn't scored as many runs as he would have liked in the last little bit. We're all guilty of that at stages throughout our careers, don't worry. But, yeah, look, he's a wonderful player.
Steve, with the Champions Trophy and the World Cup formats being quite similar, I was just wondering, does being reigning World Cup champion sort of impact the motivation for the Champions Trophy?
I think it's irrelevant, really. It's another event. Yeah, and as I sort of alluded to before, you know, you've got to be focused from that first game. You know, I think in our last World Cup, we were a bit slow to get started. We were really under the pump, and then, you know, we brought our best cricket towards the back end of the tournament, which I think is what you need in World Cups. Champions Trophy is a lot different. Obviously, the 8 best sides at the moment are here. You can't be slow to get started. You've got to get right into your work from the outset. So, yeah, that's our message to the group, and yeah, the guys are excited about getting started tomorrow night against England out here.
Well, hi Smith. You guys have upper hand on England if we talk about last 10 ODIs between you guys. So coming into this tournament, both of the teams have lost their respective series to India and Sri Lanka. So any specific plan for tomorrow so that you can start on a winning note?
Score one more run than the opposition. Simple as that. I think, yeah, we both didn't play as well as we would have liked, I suppose, over the last couple of weeks. But you know, that doesn't mean a great deal coming into tomorrow. I think it's a fresh start. It's a new tournament. Yeah, 2 good teams going at it. So, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It should be a good game.
Steve, England and Australia both are favorite teams for Pakistani spectators. So what strategy you will make tomorrow to charge and attract spectators toward you and your team?
Just hopefully put in a good performance. You know, I think we'll be nice and positive, nice and aggressive, you know, both with bat and ball early on in the power play, and try and get on top from that point of view. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Just go out and play a really nice brand of cricket, and yeah, hopefully we can get some good support out here tomorrow.
Hi Steve, I think there were a lot of enough questions about tomorrow match, but I want to ask you specifically that what do you think, who will be the 4 semi-finalists of this Champions Trophy? Well, one is obviously Australia, in your point of view.
Oh no, I'm not going to answer that. I think we've got, you know, 8 really good teams that I think can win on any given day. So I think that's what makes this tournament really good. You know, you've got to turn up on every day and play a really good game of cricket. So no, I'm not answering that question, but best 4 teams will be there at the end.
England have named a Smith at number 3. Will you be batting 3? You don't know your team, perhaps, but will you be batting 3?
Pretty good chance, I reckon, yeah.
Hi, Steve. You have played your last match in Qazafi Stadium in 22. You have played the test match here, and now you are coming back to a new Qazafi Stadium, which is built newly. How has been the experience here in the new stadium under the lights, or playing in the? Have you trained here for last 2 days?
No, it looks really good. It's the first I've seen of it. I said before I didn't come to the training session the other day. I was a bit sick, but yeah, here now, and no, it looks great. The new change room's really good, and the stands look beautiful. So, now hopefully we have a nice crowd out here tomorrow, a good atmosphere, and yeah, hopefully we can put on a good show for them.
Hello, Steve. We saw in the Tri-Nation series, fast bowler getting good bounce at the first inning of the match. Can be fast bowler can be more effective than spinners?
I think both can play a real part. You know, first to second innings could be a little bit different. I heard the other night here when the boys trained, there was a bit of duel around, in the evening, so the back end of the game, could be, challenging for the bowlers with a wet ball and skidding on. So, the day might spin a little bit more when it's a little bit drier. So I think both have a part to play.
Hi, Steve. England have selected Mark Wood, Bryden Carson, Jofra Archer. I think all three will probably be expected to maybe have a role in this winter's Ashes. Does that have any bearing on you as batters going forward into the Ashes this winter? I know you obviously faced them a lot, so I'm not going to say anything quite as glib as you might be able to land a blow on them. But does that have any sort of bearing on you?
Oh, not really. I mean, I've faced all of those guys quite a bit. So have a lot of the guys in the change room. So, no, they're quality bowlers. They're a good attack. So, now we're looking forward to coming up against them tomorrow.
Hey, Steve. You visited Pakistan before and now you here for the Champions Trophy. Tell us about your experience about Pakistan, about culture, food and people.
No, it's been wonderful so far. The hospitality's been great. People are lovely. The food's been great at our hotel. We haven't really had a chance to get out and do too much. It's pretty secure, but we played a little bit of golf, which has been nice as well. It's a wonderful place to play. I've actually never played a white ball game in Pakistan before, so I'm excited by that experience, and it's been great so far, and hopefully that continues.